hello. I've missed you so much. First of all, before I go any further, I do have to apologize. This is my first podcast, and I want to say probably 5 months, and you do not deserve that. You did not deserve me to leave you for so long. Do you know that Amanda Perez song? And I'm going to botch it. It's been 5 months since you went away. No? Yeah, you do. I do. Well, Amanda Perez, I don't even know. I think it might be Angel. That might be the name of the song. But I say that to say that's the lyric that popped in my head. It's been about 5 months since I've spoken to you. And I wouldn't apologize if there was valid reason. And I'm going to tell you the reason behind it all. And that is why I feel like I have to apologize. And I think also that we can probably all take a lesson from the reasoning behind all of that. But I do want to say, I guess, a bit of a catch up. I thought I said ketchup wrong, but it is. I'm not trying to say ketchup. I'm trying to say ketchup. All right. Letty, back on the road. All right. We're focused. So to catch up, it is May right now. I'm going to Miami this weekend. I don't like travel crazy like, hey, this weekend I'm going to Miami, but I'm going to Miami this coming weekend because I'm going to be a part of the working crew for the iHeartRadio pool party. We're having a pool party in Miami. It airs on the CW June 1st, I believe, or June 4th. I don't know why I get my mixed up. 1st, 4th. One of those, it will air. I'm going to be helping out digitally, so I'll be hosting a bunch of online content and stuff like that. So that's why I'm going out there. I'm excited about my bikinis. I've been working out like crazy in order to get or feel good in a bikini. So I got those on lock, and I'm heading out there. Let's see what else. I think we're good there. I think this is me trying to prolong telling you why I stopped podcasting a couple weeks ago, and a few months ago. And I do want to tell you about my mom because I still constantly get mentions about her. The last podcast that I did speak to you on, I was talking to you about the fast that I did. It was a spiritual fast, and it was a fast of food that I gave up as representation of, one, my faith that God will protect her, God will have her, God will help heal her. And I fasted for 10 days, and my mom is good. My mom is good. I remember a week or so after she got checked up by the doctor. I haven't listened to the last podcast that I made recently, but I do remember telling you how my mother received the news that there could be something wrong because she started bleeding out of if this gets graphic. I really try to pause back there like, shit, I'm about to get into it. So she bled, and she's on menopause, so she's not supposed to bleed down there, and she did, and they had her. They checked her up, and they said, you know what, we need to check if this is cancerous. We need to check what this is. We'll come back. It could be ovarian cancer. It could be a slew of other things. And this was happening during the holiday season. Literally, probably like it was a week before Christmas. So in those 2 weeks, it was Christmas and it was New Year's. And it was just it was a very weird unknown time where you don't know if this may be the last holiday season you may be spending because of such a diagnosis. And it thankfully wasn't. It was something that she definitely could get surgically removed that was going on in her body. And I'm very, very, very blessed to say that she's good and she's healed. And she actually attributes it to my fast. I attribute it to, of course, God always, but it was more so the faith to her to show her that she'll be getting through this. And there's hands that are at work above us and beyond us to keep her here, to keep her safe, and to keep her going. And I say that because it was a really, really big moment in my life. I was going through it, clearly suffering through it. It wasn't the easiest thing. It's not an easy thing, but it's also not impossible. It just really deepened my faith. It deepened my, testimony as well. So that's a bit of a catch up. And now let's go to why I stopped podcasting. You're going to be mad. Okay, don't be mad though. Like, you have to know that I'm coming to you wholeheartedly with the truth as well. Okay. So, and this is something that especially my ladies that listen to this podcast, I don't know if you'll identify with, but I think it's something that I especially have to apologize to you for. And anyone else, we can take the message. So I know that the words I speak, my opinion, and the job that I do, and my position, everything can confirm to me that I am where I'm supposed to be, that I'm doing what I should be doing, that I'm talented, that I'm good at what I do, that people want to listen to me. And I got caught in a moment where even though I do radio, even though our ratings are great, LA loves us at night, and when I do stuff with Big Boy in the morning, LA messes with me, and just my social media following, people are very engaged with me. Even with all of that, podcasting was very, very scary because for the most part, even though when I started radio, I was alone as a jock. And then I got put into the ensemble of Big Boy's Neighborhood. And then I came over here. And then again, I was alone. And I've always thought like I'm going to be alone on air, where it's like kind of like I'm going to be the sole person speaking. But then when I come to my new radio station, I'm a co-host. And my co-host Damage, where it's like a double header show at night. And so I've been put in different places where I think I should be solo, but then I'm put in an ensemble, and then it works. It works magnificently. We kill it, whether it was Big Boy's Neighborhood or whether it's the night show. But in my heart, I'm like, I should be solo. I'm fucking Beyonce in my heart. I'm sorry about that, but I just really feel like I get it. Like I know what it is to speak to you, to speak to the listener in LA, to express myself. I can do it since I was born. Like all I know how to do is talk and make it very intimate to where it's you and I. But then came the time where it was just me. It was just me and the mic, right? And you. And it's something that I always wanted. It's a platform that I always wish that I could have to speak freely. And not that I can't speak freely on the radio, but on the radio, I have to condense it because we don't do long breaks on the radio. We do short ones. So even in radio, even in my new station where I can tell you I'm as free as a bird, I can be who I am, it's literally just like in little pockets. It's in little like little bits, little like you be yourself in 2 minutes, whatever. Like that's it. And you're sharing, of course, the platform with your co-host, your DJ, or whatever the music is, or whatever the giveaway is, stuff like that, right? So this is actually giving me the platform where I can speak, be me as long as I want, as short as I want with you. That's it. And I fell. I fell into a spot, a place where I thought what I was doing or my podcast, to put it super bluntly, wasn't shit. I am in hip hop. We're very competitive. And I know the other hip hop podcasts do extremely well. They get so and so amount of listens. They have so much engagement. They have artists that want to be booked on those shows, and those podcasts alone, they don't mind that it's not on a station or on a TV network. It's just for these broadcasters, period. And it's something that I know I started off the podcast not having guests. I don't have guests on the podcast. I would use interview clips from when they would come to the radio station, and a lot of our conversations that would not be able to go on air, I'd put them on the podcast. But I saw what was going on around me. And to put it even into more specific, the king of this network of loudspeakers, Charlemagne and Andrew, even when they're on their own, they're heavily regarded, heavily revered, and highly revered, and highly regarded, and in all with deserving every second of praise. Then I saw like Elliot Wilson and the Rap Radar podcast, and how they always have guests, and they're always in that inside. And then I see myself, and it's just like, Letty, you're just talking, bro. like what is your like stake in this game, like what in this podcast game? And it's something very new. Granted, talking is not new to me, radio is not new to me, but this podcast and being solo is my own is new to me. So it was a bit of an uncharted territory. And to me, like, I'm not very result driven in other aspects because it's kind of already been confirmed to me, like where I stand, who I am, how I am, that people fuck with me, that the company loves me. Like, that stuff's already been confirmed. But when it comes to like this podcast game, I was being intimidated by other people's views, other people's success, other people's reach, and it was taking its toll on me. I started paying attention to how many listens and how many listens I got and how many listens I didn't get. And I know anybody that's expressive and anybody that has art when they release something, and not that it's not. There's two things. We make it, we do it, we express ourselves in whatever art form that we have, because that's genuinely how we can express ourselves. And I love what I do, so this is how I'm going to express myself. Other people choose music, art, performance, and any other way that they choose to release, they do release, and they do it because this is a part of them. This is their passions, or how they show their passions. So there's one aspect of it. We create it, right? And then we release it. And we release it for others. We make it for ourselves. We create it for ourselves because it's what we love. We release it for others, right? And normally, I guess success would come to me people with feeling appreciated. And I think maybe feeling appreciated could be in the extent of monetarily. When people do their job and they get paid, they feel like that's successful. That's the reward. The reward to me is appreciation, is like, Letty, like, this is a great podcast. And the thing is,